Richard.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're back for episode 20. This is episode 20.
This would be episode 20. I counted them last night on YouTube, by the way. So
this is episode 20, Justin. We're doing pretty good, man. You know that? Like,
when we get to 50, you're buying me a beer.
Well, if we get to 100 subscribers on each, I think we're getting steak dinners for everybody.
I do want to say that our Facebook page is growing very well. Very well. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
I thank everyone for hopping onto the Facebook page and liking and subscribing to that. But I have one problem.
What?
The one problem. We got 67 people on the Facebook page. Cool number to have.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We only still got 27 on the YouTube.
Well, check out our YouTube page, people, the link.
Yeah, do that. There's a link on Facebook. Hit the thing. You hop over to Facebook and YouTube, like it, and subscribe it. It helps us.
Oh! Did you hear?
Hear what?
Thumb Fed Talk has an Instagram.
We have that too. We have an Instagram, we have a YouTube page, and we have a Facebook page. So whoever's on each, go right straight to the YouTube page or vice versa. Like it, subscribe it, share it. We want Thumb Fed Talk to be the talk of the thumb. Right, Justin?
That's right.
So,
sorry, I had to adjust the camera a little bit here, but
we got some news. Since it's Saturday, we're going to talk about last night's games. There's games tonight. Tomorrow we'll be back. That's going to be fun.
With a special guest.
With a special guest. I'm not going to disclose the information to you folks. It'd be Central and Eastern time zone type situation.
Richard's still learning that, people. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm not good. Hour ahead, hour behind. I don't know. So if you're in either time zone and we're live on Facebook, hop aboard, watch, enjoy this. Us talking hockey. Anything else, Justin?
Yeah, I wanna give a shout out to Danbury first of all.
Yep.
All Danbury fans, players, you're all in our thoughts and prayers for your captain. If nobody knows, their captain had a stroke the other day and is in the hospital. Very nice guy, 31 years old. So check out their page. They're taking donations. If you guys want to help, please help the guy. Very, very respectful guy. He's very respected around the league. I don't care. Mm-hmm. He doesn't play for Port Huron, but you know what? If I had enough money to donate a lot of money, I would.
Yeah.
So anybody watching this, please.
Yep.
All games last night too. I want to give every coaching staff, players, and announcers a round of applause there because they took their time to keep Johnny and his family in their thoughts. So
yeah.
So that I want to touch that topic now because it's something the hockey world needs to stand by. It doesn't matter if he plays for you or not.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to stand behind him 110%.
And strokes aren't fun. Here at Thumb Fed Talk, we shared a get well Johnny picture, Justin, So it's across all podcast organizations that talk about the Fed.
Yeah.
From us, 10-minute misconduct, anyone that's familiar with Johnny Louise from Danbury, he's in our thoughts and prayers. Get well,
Yep.
Johnny. We salute you, buddy. That's rough. 31 years old.
Yeah, 31. So I want to jump right into the game of the prime night. Okay, we got to jump right into it. No Prowler game. I don't want to talk about Prowlers right now. Carolina Thunderbirds or Twin City Thunderbirds and the Black Bears go to overtime and the Bears get shut down. Now, this is their second loss in a row.
Yeah, it really is.
This is their second loss in a row. But I said it yesterday, you can't always say that, two players don't make a difference not being on the team. It shows you 2-3 players makes a difference.
Yeah. I was listening to a guy today. It's called the Power Play Post Show. His name is Bob
the PPP
Howard.
Show?
Yep. And him and oh crap, the lady that's on there. I'm sorry. Your name. Yeah.
We don't watch it enough to remember.
Yeah. But they said something interesting today when they played PD Ice Cats. PD does stuff a little differently. And I took every team does something differently.
Right.
Mind you, I was listening at 8 o'clock this morning, so I was listening to a lot of hockey this morning. Every team does something a little differently. Then I went down the rabbit hole and I found another article by the same show. And it says, it was a blank question. Why does every team play Binghamton dirty? Very good question. So, Justin, I'm going to elaborate on that. Because every team knows that your guys don't want to get checked. Agreed? If you're playing hockey,
it's simple. It's simple. They can't take physicality. They may be able to play good hockey. But let's face it, when you put them in the boards and you put them laying them down on the ice or they're on the penalty, they tend to fold a lot more. They like to go out there and just play hockey. Mm-hmm. They like to just go out there and play hockey.
No, we're not talking anything bad.
No, we're just talking facts on this one here. This is straight facts. Black Bears are a good hockey program. We've said it all along. But again, they can't play physical hockey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You look at some of these teams in the league, like Port Huron, they'll go down there, they play Port Huron hockey. They play Prowler hockey, which is physical, which is bullying. Bears don't like that. The Bears don't like that. They can't,
they can take it, but they don't want to take it.
Let's take Jamie Bussell, for instance. He likes to instigate a little bit, likes to get in their ear a little bit. And he does. And they don't retaliate, which is smart in hockey. Mm-hmm. But that also says one thing about your team, that you enter the playoffs, there's a whole different world going into playoffs. And right now, Black Bears, you're on the urge of playing two physical teams.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. Well,
so your first round is going to be physical regardless, whether it be Blue Ridge, Topeka, whatever. Either way, you are facing a physical team.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's say it comes down to Black Bears and Port Huron. Well, now you're already beat up. And I noticed with the Black Bears, once they're beat up a little bit, they don't have their full 100% battery going.
And And if they make it to the finals, they will have to either play the Lobsters, PD, Monroe, and all these teams play physical on the continental side.
The thing about the Fed this year is where the Bears don't fit in the FPHL, and I finally can say this now because it's that time of year. First of all, I called it in a earlier podcast where the Bears were going to have that bus rolling down the hill, and the wheels were going to spin too fast, and they were going to start falling apart. Well, that's what happens when your guys get called up to the ECHL. Okay, now you got Tyson. He's gone for what? What'd you say? 2-3 weeks?
Yeah, 2-3 weeks.
Okay. You guys played. Who'd they play last night? PD Ice Caps.
Thunderbirds.
Thunderbirds. Okay, the Thunderbirds are becoming a physical team. They're becoming the Thunderbirds that nobody wants to play again. They actually took 4th place after the win last night. So, in the Continental Division, you have the Thunderbirds over there in 4th place.
Mm-hmm.
Monroe has to play them. Right now, Monroe, congratulations, 18 wins in a row, right? 18 wins.
Ah, yes, 18 in a row.
So, again, I go back to the FPHL league, and people, I think you question me, what is the FPHL league? Well, now we can answer that question. It is a league of physicality. It is a league of bullying. I mean, you have to be bullies in order for your team to succeed in this league. Port Huron in the earlier years, when I was watching Port Huron, they weren't really a bully. They were more they were more focused like the Black Bears are. Let's go win games. Well, you can't win games if you're not physical and you're not bullying your opponent. But again, don't shoot yourself in the foot either.
Mm-hmm.
So I totally believe, like I said, they have a good organization, but I take it to I will take it to my grave. 2 or 3 people leaving your team makes a difference. Look at Brett Lockhart when he went to the SP from Port Huron. Okay, now you have Austin Federley out from the D line for 15 days. Okay, we seen it last night. That score should have been higher. It was a very kind of game. I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
But there were some things that I seen in that game, and we won't touch that game yet. But there were some things I seen. We'll talk about that. But as for the Black Bears, again, you guys came out and great. They answered the goals back that they needed to tie the game.
Mm-hmm.
But Babbitt, the goaltender for Carolina, is a very hard goaltender to beat.
Oh yeah. And folks, we're painting you guys a picture. The picture is in a few weeks we're gonna have another guest on. That's going to be interesting. Follow the cookie crumbs. That's all we can say. Because I'm not going to disclose a bunch of information and everything. I want it to be a surprise. Like Christmas Day. But yeah, that was interesting. Then you got the Ice Cats 4-2 on the Rock Lobsters. That was interesting. Danbury and Blue Ridge, that was a slugfest, 5-4. I don't want to touch that because that has a lot of meaning behind it, because Danbury's going out there and playing their asses off for their captain. Right, Justin? I mean, yeah. I'm going to skip Port Huron and Watertown. We're going to touch on that in a little bit. And you got the Dragons and the Breakers, 7-3. Now, Monroe got 18 wins in a row. They knocked off the Zydeco 4 Goose Egg. Now, this one's interesting because It's Topeka in Indiana. What help me help us understand that.
Hey, Richard, hold your thought for a minute because you're freezing up here. I'm going to switch streams real quick.
Oh, technical difficulties. Lovely. We just keep rolling, folks, and that's all we do. I do want to touch on one more thing while Justin's playing life support, technical difficulty man over there. PD and the Rock Lobster. PD and the Rock Lobster game has been postponed for today. I think they got ice. Let's get Justin back in here. Uh-oh. Stupid mouse. Justin! Oh, there
I'm here. I'm here. Sorry. Little technical difficulties there.
Now you got a light. Now you got a light in the way.
How's that?
That's better. That's a lot better.
Sorry, folks. We have winter wonderland over here affecting the
Internet.
The internet here. So,
like I say, I've been saying it time after time. We can put a man on the moon, but we can't have good internet.
That's right.
But yeah, help us understand the Indiana and Topeka game. Is there anything to understand on that?
Yeah, I don't know what happened with Topeka there.
Yeah. That loss gave us a bigger cushion.
Yeah. What is great about this, that I'm on my phone right now, though, is that I can pull up anything that Richard needs on my laptop.
So he can help us understand this.
That's right. I'm going to go to standings real quick here, and I think I want to go back to the Continental Division here. So Monroe has a very, very healthy 81 points. The Rock Lobsters have a healthy 76. So it looks like Monroe's going to be staying in first place for a little while.
Yeah.
Now, the big one is the PD Ice Cats at 42 and Twin City Thunderbirds at 40.
Yeah.
And then you were talking about the Indiana game, who has a whopping 24 points. And, well, the Watertown Wolves right now sitting in sixth place with 35 points.
And you got Danbury at 42 and Blue Ridge at 48.
Yep. And then you have the Scarecrows at 53 and Port Huron at 61. So it looks like Port Huron finally got Topeka off their rear ends there. Yeah. Finally, to get a little break here. But my big concern is number 1 and number 2, because with the Black Bears losing some of these guys, it's more of a...
That's better.
That's better. Yeah, I could see the glare in there. It's more of a... the differential, if you look on the differential, people, what that means is the difference. Port Huron's at plus 14, right? So you always want to watch that differential too. You see a lot of minus in there right now. And people are going to say, well, what happens if Port Huron and Bingo get the same amount of points? Well, you go to the win percentage there, and whoever has the higher win percentage will take first place. So keep an eye on that through the rest of the season too.
You know what's really intriguing? Right next to the point differential is penalty minutes. 1,013 penalty minutes.
Who's that for?
Port Huron.
Yeah, well, like I say, when you shoot yourself in the foot for some ridiculous penalties that you take, I mean, yeah, so if you look, they lead the league. They're in first place for penalty minutes.
Yeah, you know who's in second place?
Who's that?
Monroe.
Yeah, thanks, Tucker. So I want to go to something, and I kind of wanted to touch back on this, and people, don't worry, my computer will be back up and running once my lovely wife cleans out the computer again because we did an update and Windows 10 decided to throw everything back on here again. But what I wanted to touch on was, where is it? Bear with us, people. We usually don't have a computer to go to this stuff. Was, well, right here, 10 days ago, player safety announcements. And I wanted to go down and touch this with you, Richard. Was the Reggie Millette and Ryan Glazer. Now, some people are probably saying, why did Reggie only get 2? Well, you see, it's quite simple. Reggie didn't use a weapon.
Yeah. Yeah. That down.
Ryan Glazer.
I'm gonna give a shout out. I gotta give a shout out because I was listening to these gentlemen today and they hit the nail on the head. And it was bruised and battered. They said, just take it. You know what you did. Face the consequences.
Well, for crying out loud, come on, it's hockey. The guy said it. Like, why are he? It's not like he just ducked out of the way and skated away. Like, no. He went full turtle.
Mm-hmm. And I gotta agree. I gotta agree with them guys. 8 games for kicking somebody with their skate plate. That should have been 10 plus. Because according, look at Elias Thompson jumping Tucker. He got 10 games. He could have, I hate to say it, and I don't want to say, he could literally permanently injured Reggie Millette.
Yeah.
8? I'm not here. I don't want to knock. I don't want to throw people underneath the bus or whatever, but that's make good decisions. Whoever enforces that. And that's where I stand.
Well, here's my thing on it. Okay. You pretty much gave him 4 games for each leg that he threw. Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, we gave him. Okay, so he kicked him. They gave him 4 games. He kicked him twice. Then he cuts his hand.
Mm-hmm.
But what if he would have hit something else?
That like an artery? Reggie could be bleeding out by now on the ice.
Right. So, I mean, me personally, I think it should have been more. I think it should have been an indefinite suspension. And that doesn't just go for because it's Reggie Millette, people. Just so you know, that goes for any player on the ice. If you're gonna use, your skate has a sharp blade on it. why are you kicking to get out of a fight? Why don't you just skate away? Why didn't you, the linesmen were already there to break it up.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then come to find out, one of the referees had an indent of the skate blade on his pants.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that right there's another
4?
4.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either. But anyways, yeah. So I wanted to clear that subject up. That when you use a weapon, and this is a sport that has many weapons in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, many weapons, and some people that don't play hockey or anything like that, your stick is a weapon. It is fiberglass. Your skate blade is definitely a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, but player safety. They come down to who gets what.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's where I sit. I don't know. He got suspended for 8 games. Reggie got 2 for aggressor. I don't know. I got nothing else to say.
So, on to the next game from last night. As I scroll through here, again, we usually don't have a laptop to do this, so this is a little easier for Richard.
Yeah.
We had, let's see. Well, we talked about Danbury, right? So let's jump into the Port Huron and Watertown Wolves game, 3-2.
Huh? I had a.
A lot to clean up on that if you're Port Huron.
Yeah.
Now I want to go to that second goal by the man, Vinny DeCumbus. So people are saying, well, the net came off. The net slid across the ice. They called it a goal. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is because, and I'm going to narrow that down because I'm sure Richard's probably thinking, why was that a goal?
Yeah, I saw that too, and I kind of like.
So that is a goal because the initial play was a prowler was pushed into the net.
Oh.
So since the prowler was pushed into the net, causing the net to come off, Vinny shot the puck and put it in the net. It is technically a goal. Now, if it would have been vice versa, a prowler pushing a Watertown Wolf in the net, it probably would have been called off. But
that makes sense.
That's so next time you're watching a game and your favorite team pushes someone in the net and they go, well, he shot it in there. Well,
It makes sense because I saw the net get lifted. Vinny shot it, and it was a goal. Well, It was kind of like simultaneously almost.
Yeah, there was a lot of ruckus in front of the net. But let's just narrow that down now. Back to the Port Huron game.
Well, I got one more. Both that shot from Mr. Brian Parsons.
Like you said, he's been trying it for 30 years.
Hey, you got it.
I think Mr. Parsons is having a very good career this year. He's
Parsons. I think he's having a phenomenal.
And people go, well, why do you say that? He's only got 2 goals. Well, he's a defenseman, first of all. Second of all, he's putting pucks on net this year. And from the previous time of watching Mr. Parsons, who, if you don't know Mr. Parsons, come to McMorran, skate with the players, meet the guy. He's the most kind-hearted guy ever.
Yeah.
Kind-hearted guy. Anyways, Yeah, it was more of a defensive play for him in his earlier career, I guess you could say. But yeah, I mean, let me see here. I got their stats pulled up right now. Mr.
Like
Parsons.
like
Mr.
Brian said,
Parsons has 2 goals, 11 assists with 13 points.
huh,
He's a plus 14. Plus 14 is very good for a defenseman. Shots on goal, 41. Now, if
wow.
you look up, I will go back to that. But Arttu Hickula, he's got 11 goals, 8 assists, 19 points. Go all the way across. He's got 100 shots on goal. Come up here to Lucas Lockney. He's got 8 goals, 18 assists, 26 points. He's got 120 shots on goal.
Wow.
So between R2 and Lucas Lockney, they have the most shots on goal. And Vinny DeCumbus is 50 shots on goal. Yeah. We got Nick Favaro. He's got 99 shots on goal. He can break 100 tonight.
What about Bobby Price?
Bobby Price. Where's Bobby? Oh, there's Bobby. He's got 73 shots on goal with 15 goals, 8 assists.
Wow.
So, looking at this team here, the only one without a goal this year is Ben Brockway.
So, I mean,
And he's only got 19 shots on goal. So, again, going back to the game last night. You look at this, their shots on goal here, and I mean, Gellerman's even got a goal, and he hasn't even barely played.
yeah, last night was the first game back from being injured.
Right. You got Austin Federley, who's got 5 goals, 9 assists with 79 shots on goal. So, yeah, I mean, let's check out the goalies real quick. How many shots on goal do they have? And Reed Cooper still is the only one with an assist on a goal.
Huh?
Reed Cooper's got an assist.
How does he have an assist?
Again, if he's one of the players that touched the puck and another player goes down and scores, he gets an assist.
I just want to know what game he got the assist on, because that's
Look, technology is great, but I don't have that high of technology there, buddy.
well, maybe you could make some phone calls and you maybe can figure this out, because that's really intriguing.
We can talk to Mr. Cooper.
Let's talk to Mr. Cooper. Maybe we can pull some strings and get Mr. Cooper on here.
Their power play is at 13%. And I think that's something that Port Huron's going to have to start shaping up a little more.
Yeah.
Their penalty kill is at 82%, which I think we talked last time. What was it, like 80, 79?
Somewhere in there.
So, yeah, I mean, that's good and all, but come on, guys. Power play percentage needs to go up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, last night there were some things to clean up, and I think your first cleanup was in the defensive zone. Luke James had a nice breakaway. I thought for sure he was going to be able to flip that puck.
That was beautiful.
But, yeah, I think there's some things that they need to clean up. They get a week off, right, next week.
Yeah.
So let's not take advantage of the week off. Let's put a lot of work behind the puck in that week because you have the Black Bears coming down to town the following week.
And they're going to be. I'm going to say this. I know this is going to be. I don't want to keep this PG. They are going to be pissed.
Yep. And if I look,
It's like when bears come out of hibernation during the wintertime, they're angry and hungry.
yeah, it's a little cold. Where is it? The box score for Black Bears here. And this is where I would go if I'm scouting to see who I need to look out for. Well,
Just looking at Justin's facial expressions, folks, you know what that means.
Dan Stone is one of them. Dan Stone's a lot on the roster. CJ Stubbs. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Who is not with them?
Tyson Kirkby is one of them. And Tim Kim, I do believe.
Okay. So yeah, your big threats right now is Daniel Stone and CJ Stubbs.
Is it Mark Jansen on that list too somewhere?
Well, I'm looking at the box score from last night against Twin Cities.
Okay.
Now, I would say if we were playing Twin Cities, I'd be looking out for Josh LaBelle.
Oh,
Because
and
Zach White, Roman Kramer.
And Mr. Jacob Schnapp is coming back tonight.
Well, that's great. I'm glad he got his Christmas present. Look, guys, this is a podcast. If you listen to Bruised and Battered, they're very more in depth on how they talk. We're very PG.
What are you doing?
So on to the next game. Port Huron needs to clean it up tonight for sure.
God, you're heavy. Yes, folks, I got my dog who wants her hugs. No. Down you go. Down you go.
Oh, Lord. Live on the podcast, he's yelling at his dog. Did you talk about Monroe? You must have talked about Monroe, right?
Yeah, I talked about Monroe.
Let's touch back on that box score there.
Yeah. Because if I was a betting man, I'm going to say Frank Schumacher somewhere on that list. Mo Hagan's probably on that list.
Mo Hagan was actually the second star of the night. Mo Hagan had 2 goals. Frank Schumacher had an assist. And I'm trying to see if the names are adding up, but no, everybody played last night. It's different names all across.
They're not one-dimensional. Everyone's getting the love.
Yeah, and surprisingly, I don't see Tucker Scantleberry on here for any penalties.
Wow.
Good job, Tucker. Yeah. Monroe had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in the box.
For all 2
They had
minutes.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. They had 12 minutes of penalties, but Baton Rouge had 4. And you know something, speaking of that, going back to the Port Huron game again. Sorry, ladies. Oh, and by the way, the Rock Lobsters and their game is postponed tonight, just so everybody knows.
I touched on that already.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
But going back for penalties last night, Nick Favaro had a 2-minute minor for tripping. Tim Organ goes in for a 2-minute minor for tripping. And Alex Johnson went in for his feisty little self delay a game.
That's what, 8 minutes?
Yep. And no, that's 2 minutes. So then, if nobody was wondering, Port Huron was on the power play right off the face-off in the first because they had a pregame warm-up violation bench minor to Watertown.
So they had, what, 8 minutes of penalty minutes last night?
Port Huron had 6 minutes.
6 minutes.
And Watertown had 4.
Yeah,
So it's a
pretty
very
clean game.
low. I think tonight's going to be a different story. Attendance was 547. Give it up for Watertown. Wow.
Now tell the folks what that power play fiasco was at the start of the game. What was that all about?
Well, it was a pregame warm-up violation for a bench minor.
What is it?
I don't know. It doesn't really say, people. I'm not in that end of the computer where I could see it.
So when this video airs and you get to like the 40-minute mark, and if you know what a bench minor warm-up penalty thing is,
I'm assuming they probably ran their mouth to the wrong person. The referee had enough. I don't know.
I don't know either. So please let us know what that is, so we know. Justin doesn't know. He's affiliated with that department.
It can be anything. Like I said, it can be anything. Let's see what else we have. What else do you have there, Richard?
I don't really have much. We talked about the games. PD's game got canceled. We went over the scores. I heard an echo.
That's you.
I gotta fix that.
We can fix that another time.
I think we're gonna touch on this. I think we touched on it at the beginning. Some Fed talk.
Oh.
At the end of February, we're doing a drawing.
Yes.
Some Fed talk will buy the winner of that drawing tickets to any game of your choosing.
And that's per Mr. Andy Klein.
That's for Mr. Section 9 Andy Klein. But we need 100 subscribers on YouTube and Facebook so we can keep this monstrosity rolling.
That's right.
You guys can get fed on hockey. Right, Justin?
Yeah. Don't mind me, people. I'm still doing computer work here because we are at 65 followers. So let's give it out. All you guys will be entered in a drawing. I'm trying to come up with something better instead of drawing out of the hat and writing everybody's name down.
Well, we're not going to do that. I'm going to get one of them wheel things on Facebook.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Where it's going to be on a wheel. We're going to enter everybody's name in it.
And you hit thing, and if you are a player, well, you don't get tickets. You got front row seats.
And if you're a spouse of the podcast, no, you do not get tickets.
And if you are, well, we could touch on that later when we get everyone's names in the basket. We currently need 35 more people on the Facebook page. And
I think even though we're saying that, we'll see where we're at the end of February. If we're in a high number, I'm sure we'll still spin the wheel. But this will probably give more people, hey, let's join.
Mm-hmm.
They got 2 free tickets to a Prowlers game.
Yeah, somewhere down the line, we get to 1,000 500. I mean, we'll figure something out. But let's get to 100 first. We need
And
73 on the YouTube page.
And some of these
Instagram.
people I know probably won't go. So if somebody does not answer the message and says, hey, yeah, I want to go, if we don't get a message within 24 hours of us contacting you, we will respin the wheel.
Yep. Keeping it fair, folks. Sorry.
And eventually, if you guys don't respond, well, then I guess, well,
Well, yeah. Gets you guys a little more ambitious. I want to go to
Yeah.
the Prowlers game. Like that light show Andy Klein was talking about. Front row seats, folks. You could see it for yourselves. It's perfect. Mr. Wiggleman, I'm going to applaud you. Ken Andrews, you guys are doing an amazing job. That technical department, awesome.
I want to say this. Alex Johnson is the rizzed up player of the game, of the night. Rizzed up future player because, yeah, well, they call him Alex Yeti Johnson, by the way.
Yeti? Like Sasquatch Yeti? Like,
I guess. Alex, what are you doing?
I kind of look like more Sasquatchy. Just picking on you, Alex. I know eventually you're going to see this.
I'm sure you'll be on the show soon.
They're both smiling.
Yep.
And
Is there anything else that we have to cover? I know there was quite a few things we wanted to go over last night. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we were going to go live last night. And we hit a brick wall.
That's a different topic. I touch on that later.
Yeah, we hit a brick wall, and then by the time we got out of the brick wall, Richard finally got the cement to break. It was time for Prowler hockey. So,
well, like I said, folks, I don't know. I'm going to ask you this question, Justin.
Oh no,
do you have that email up and running yet?
No, I don't. Like I said, we hit a brick wall, and well, no.
Eventually, folks, sooner than later, we will have an email address. You can email us. We will disclose that information when we have it up and running. But right now, currently, you can reach us on Facebook at ThumbFed Talk. You can message us there. You can message us on Instagram. Or you can directly message me on Facebook if you're friends with me. I take your message.
And the email that's on the Facebook page is my personal email.
Yes.
I do use it for whatever. And it does go right to my phone. So if people go, well, he didn't get my email, well, sorry. It must have been on your end.
Yep. So we got ways. If you want to hop on this ThumbFed Talk and talk hockey, get a hold of us. We would like to have players,
coaches, GMs,
anyone. I don't care what team you're affiliated with. I don't. Yes, we got parlor gear in the background. I just want to talk hockey to you. Talk about your career. Talk about what path led you on playing hockey. That's all I want. That's all we want. ThumbFed Talk.
I just want someone on.
Yeah. Anything else?
I thought there was more. I really did. I thought Richard had more notes. He said he wanted to talk about the games last night, and quite frankly, it's hard to watch all the games at once. I don't know who you're all rooting for, but best of luck to your teams because it's that time of year.
Yeah, like I said, today's Saturday. There will be games tonight. Tomorrow, we have a surprise for you, folks.
And don't worry, we'll probably be on my phone unless my computer gets cleaned out. We'll test that before the surprise comes on, though.
It's keeping you guys in. What's you guys are talking about?
Hey, did you hear who it is, though?
Who? Ladies and gentlemen, you know what that means. You guys have a good evening. Watch some hockey, root on your team. You have a lovely evening, folks.
See